It's been more than 100 years since women were given the right to vote in the West. Of course, here in South Africa, that right was only granted to white women in 1930 and all women in 1994. With these and other inalienable rights granted to women since then, how far have we really come? In countries like Afghanistan, women's rights continue to be walked back. Right here at home, a woman's right to safety is constantly under threat, with rape and domestic-related murders on the rise. On this International Women's Day, we're joined by Jessica Dewhurst, founder and CEO of the Justice Desk. Jessica, good evening. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you so much for joining us. The UN says it'll take another 300 years for us to achieve gender equality. How far have we come as South Africans?
To be totally honest, I want to give you some great news today on International Women's Day, but I don't think we've come that far. Yes, we all have the right to vote now, but unfortunately, women are still experiencing femicide. Our femicide rates are 5 times the global average. Our women literally are... So this is the most unsafe place in the world for women to be. I mean, we have women who 1 in 5 will experience physical violence, 1 in 3 will experience intimate partner violence, economic violence, emotional violence. So I wouldn't say it's a great day. I think we have a lot to do when it comes to a nation. We have a lot to learn and a lot to unlearn, and a lot of preventative work to do before we can say that our country is truly one that celebrates and protects women.
Jessica, how do the levels of gender disparities in South Africa and things like pay play into gender-based violence, the kind of epidemic we're currently experiencing?
It plays a massive role. I mean, in South Africa, our population of women is 51%, yet 34% of women are unemployed compared to 31% of men. And if you think of things like managerial roles, positions of authority within any sector within South Africa, only 31% of women hold any managerial position. So I think that it plays a massive role when it comes to, are we serious about gender equality and gender equity? Are we making sure that women don't just have a seat at the table, but there are actually opportunities for them to run the meeting? We need to be more action and less talk, and we need to make sure that when we talk about gender equality, it's not just making sure that women are not physically fighting for their lives, but that they also have equal access to opportunities to live healthy, happy lives, to support their families. And I think that's something that we still also have a lot of work to do in South Africa when it comes to that.
Jessica, what programs does the Justice Desk have for boys and girls to fight this scourge?
Well, a massive amount of work that we do focuses on trying to end gender-based violence. We have a project called the Umbokoro Club, which works with young girls who are survivors of rape and gender-based violence. And we help these girls with self-defense and fitness. They shouldn't have to learn self-defense, but unfortunately in South Africa, it's one thing we do. But also they get access to mental health care, trauma counseling, empowerment workshops where they are really empowered to become leaders and to recognize that they have the right to be a leader in their community and society. And then a project which is very special, which focuses on prevention, is our eNCA project, which means Pillars of Hope. And that's a project for young boys in South Africa who are tired of the narrative that they have to carry the man card, that they have to be in the man box, and that in order to be a man, you need to be X, Y, Z, which often includes violent. So it's a project for young boys, particularly boys without positive male role models, where they are taught to redefine masculinity. What for them does it mean to be a man? For us, we say masculinity is not the problem. It's what you do with it. You can either be a toxic male or you can be someone that's positive, that protects your community. So our young boys are focusing on that, on really recognizing that they have a vitally important role to play when it comes in ending gender-based violence. So it's a phenomenal project that is changing countless lives. Our boys have actually gone out and literally saved people's lives. So it's a fantastic program, and I really encourage as many people as possible to also invest in projects that focus on boys who can prevent violence against women and children into the future.
That, I think, Jessica, is absolutely crucial. We need to get to the young men and boys as early as we can. Jessica Dewhurst, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. She's the founder and CEO of the Justice Desk.